Alrighty, baby girls. Welcome back. Today I'm filming in a stranger's home. I broke into their house 30 minutes ago, set up lights and a microphone and a camera so I could do a commentary video. I'm in their house. The goal is this challenge: film a video in someone's house without them knowing, and then I'm gonna leave. And not leave a trace. And then one day, they're scouring the internet and they go, "Who's this guy Jerome King? He looks like a smart young buck." And they go to my channel and they see I'm filming in their room. And they go, "How did that happen?" And you know why? Because I broke in. I explained that to you in the beginning, that I broke into their house. I don't know why you didn't know the answer to that.
Don't you want devoted followers who leave their families for you, give their money to you, give their bodies to you, give up their lives for you, consider you God, and will kill for you?
Boys and girls, I think we're starting a cult. Which I just want to point out, I have no idea the origin of this video. Not a thing. I gotta fix this camera. Hold on. I hope that's straight. It is hotter than a bitch's butthole in here. But I have no idea where this video came from. I literally looked up, I googled how to start a cult, and I found it. Don't ask me why, I just did. And, you know, now we're here.
Don't you want to become a cult leader? Since the death of God, there's been a vacancy open. You could fill that void. Here's how. Structure your cult like an onion, with the most benign and helpful features on the outside and the most controlling, kooky, and evil parts at the secret inner core. Use deception. Don't tell them who you really are.
Alright, so I gotta lie to them, and I gotta treat them like ogres.
Ogres are like onions.
They stink?
Yes. No.
Oh, they make you cry?
No.
Oh, you leave them out in the sun, they get all brown, start sprouting little white hairs.
No. Layers.
I might need a fucking notepad or something for this.
Lie. Leave out important information or distort information.
Are you trying to recruit me? No. I'm just trying to share something meaningful with you.
Are you trying to recruit me to your cult? Can I get one of these t-shirts that say cult member on them? That's fucking dope. I want one of those.
Promise to fulfill their dreams.
Don't you want a world of unconditional love and brotherhood? We have the secrets to self-improvement. You can join us and be special. Join our elite mission to save the world. We can teach you special powers.
Teach me special powers? Wait, no, now they're tricking me. No, I gotta tell people I can give them powers. Fuck, I can make your dick. That's the easiest way, I think, to get dudes into a cult. Be like, yo. In this group, we have this herbal stuff that we just into your drink, and then you dick bigger in 4 days. But you gotta stay in the group, and you gotta drink this once a week. Otherwise, you know, your dick will shrivel into nothingness. So it'll stay big, but if you don't stay with us and don't drink this every week, no dick at all. So
don't give them time to think. Diminish doubting commiseration by separating your new recruits from each other.
I learned that from that fucking HBO documentary.
Surround them with happy, true believers, so when in doubt, they will tend to do what everyone around them is doing and believe that is normal.
So I'll get a bunch of actors and tell them, like, we're doing this scene, blah, 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 but really I got new recruits coming in, and the actors will be doing what's normal, and then the new recruits are like, oh man, I think these guys seem like they've been doing this for fucking years. Okay, let's try it out. And that's how I get them. Like what's it called? It's like when everybody, all of a sudden, like 400 people are at the park and they start dancing. Do something like that.
Start with a prolonged period of love bombing. Surround them with unconditional love and attention. Your cult family should act friendly and interested. Get information and hone their weak spots.
Gotta trick them into thinking their peepees will grow. I gotta have fake actors there to make them think that everything they're doing is normal. And then also, I gotta be really nice to them so I can learn about their family. So if they try to leave, I can blackmail them.
Tell us about yourself.
Take this personality test.
And then use this information to manipulate them.
Gradually, over time, you'll begin to shape the recruit's behavior by granting or withholding this love and attention.
Yeah, so I get them in my pocket with the love. Okay, they're with me with the love. And then, 2 months in, I'm like, Bob comes over and he's like, "Yo, bro, you watching Gossip Girl tonight?" And I'm like, "No, fuck you, Bob. I'm done watching Gossip Girl with you. Piss me off." But then, like 2 weeks later, I invite Bob and his wife over for dinner. We watch Gossip Girl and eat dinner, and I bring him back in.
After they've bonded, slowly start making your demands upon them. The message being,
Nothing in this world has value unless it relates to the leader. Or the ultimate purpose.
Oh, I gotta have an ultimate purpose. What's my ultimate purpose? What's the god of sex? I feel like sex is the easiest way to get cult stuff going on. Aphrodite. Okay. We're doing it for Aphrodite so we could get into special sex heaven. And in the sex heaven, you're 69ing all the time. Nah. I don't think that would get a lot of people in there. I don't know, you just get into heaven. It doesn't need to be that fucking intricate. You get into heaven and Aphrodite's there and he's like, hey, you fucked for me. And you're like, sure did, Afro. We call him, if you're like friends with him, you can call him Afro. His full name's Aphrodite, you know? But I call him Afro because we're buds.
Control their behavior.
Come live with us.
Wear these clothes.
Eat this food. All you need is 2 hours sleep.
That's actually a good point. The clothing and all that, I get that because I get them in routine. But the sleep is key to keeping people in your fucking cult.
Prescribe a rigid schedule.
Alright, so what's the list of things they gotta do daily? We want it to feel kind of normal. So you wake up, you have a good breakfast. No matter what, every day you wake up, you have a good breakfast. And by wake up, I mean they get 3 hours of sleep. So they probably have breakfast hours after they wake up, but that's fine. So they have breakfast, then you instantly have to work out. But we give them really bad workout lessons. So that way they get very minimal progress. I'm starting to feel like I'm an asshole coming up with these things. Whatever. So they get very minimal progress going on there. We give them a bad workout. So they work out an hour a day, and then they get a break for family time. But only family in the cult. Nobody outside of the cult that can talk to you during that family time. Or probably ever. We'll see. I don't know. So then after family time, we have a daily tug-of-war competition. And the winners of the tug-of-war competition, so this is where you start getting into the evil things. They beat the shit out of the losers. Fasting is good. I see that on the list here. We will add fasting at some point. After, you get them into a routine, all of a sudden switch it up, you're fasting. Also, we have weekly breakdancing competitions. My cult sounds kind of lit, I gotta say. Sounds pretty fucking cool to be in my cult.
Keep them active and with as little sleep as possible. If you can, restrict their eating habits to low-protein food.
Low-protein food, that'll go into also the workouts being bad and them not being in shape because of me.
Reduce guilt.
The United States dropped the atomic bomb on Hiroshima.
People are dying of starvation.
People are dying of starvation.
People are dying of starvation. Use that like when they complain about like whatever dinner is. People are dying of starvation. Eat your fucking corn, Bob. Or we're not watching Gossip Girl. Ever again. Not even with your wife in 2 weeks.
And fear.
The enemy will electroshock you, torture you,
Kill you, or carry you off to hell.
That's I like that. If you leave my cult, the people outside of here will fucking electrocute you. You can't leave here or you'll be electrocuted or shot on sight. I promise you. Yeah, we live in like a fucking... like The Walking Dead, they had whatever that place was, and they had it all gated off, and they could shot zombies as they walk up. Something like that, but way bigger. Basically, I think I'm starting North Korea.
Control information. Keep them from knowing all the workings of the cult.
Block out any information which is critical of the group.
Encourage members to spy and report on one another.
Ooh, I like that fucking shifty shit. Get a little Pretty Little Liars in there. Have someone be like an A character that's blackmailing everybody and shit, but then the fucking does like evil stuff, sometimes like murders them. I like that.
Separate the recruit from himself by attacking the self and inducing a mental breakdown disguised as a spiritual awakening. When they start to freak out, have side effects, or hallucinate, tell them they are flushing out the bad stuff inside.
They're fucking panicking, and you go, oh no, it's okay. That's like diarrhea of the soul, It's just getting all out of you. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's not. Just let it all out.
When I was meditating, I felt an infinite emptiness. It was utterly terrifying.
No, this is good. You're transforming. Do it more.
You are reaching God.
You're being reborn.
You are becoming one with the universe.
You're about to go hang out with Afro, dude. Come on, keep letting that diarrhea out. Hang out with Afro sooner than you know. I also want everybody in my cult to talk like a bro. Hope to get that in there.
Make them paranoid about their own bodies or thought processes.
You're battling your sinful nature. Your body is detoxified.
Tell them that there is a part of their mind they must eliminate in order to find happiness.
This is fucking evil, but I like this too. You gotta make them feel paranoid and be like, oh, I'm disgusting. But really, like, you have all beautiful specimens in your fucking cult, but make them all think they're fucking just, ugh.
Good. Now you're free. In fact, there was no you there to begin with.
Who's this? Isn't the cult leader? This guy? He's supposed to be?
Claim authority. It can come from a divine source.
Motherfucking Aphrodite right there. That's how, you know, people like do that. That's how we pray.
Your Bible clearly states that I am the Messiah.
Ooh, I kind of like that. What if, I didn't even think about that. What if I made them think I'm Afro? And everybody's walking around going, yo, what up, Afro? And I'm like, what up?
What up? What up? It's Aphrodite, bitch. What up? What up? What up? It's Aphrodite.
That's how I talk to them.
Scientific studies prove my techniques work.
Why is this guy dressed like a Dracula? Can anybody explain why this guy, he's supposed to be the leader of, oh. Kind of like that, though. What if all the leaders of the cult were like Dracula and Frankenstein and all that? Like, I know Aphrodite, so I can't do it, but I had other people dressing up like that. That's kind of fun, like this, like the co-leaders.
Make up stories about yourself to boost your importance.
That part's easy. I can make up stories all day long. I mean, not right now, but like to them, I'm sure I'll make up stories all day long.
I invented air.
These fuckers said make up stories, and the first story this guy thinks to make up is, I invented air. See what you're breathing in right now? I created that. And everyone's gonna be like, no. Motherfucker, you're like 30 years old. You want us to believe you created air? Fucking, I'm out of this cult. Peace. What, were you reborn? Or you created air in your past lives? Is that what happens to you? And then you're gonna get into these conversations. And then you're gonna, you know, it's easier just to be like, learn to like, you know, pull a quarter out of your ear. But really, you pull, like, their mother's birth certificate out of your ear, and then you're like, whoa! And you show it to them, and they're like, see? I can do impossible things for you. And then maybe you got them. You're gonna have to be able to make them believe that you have some kind of trick. You can't prove that you created air. You're just like, watch this. See?
Induce trance states and self-hypnosis by practicing thought-stopping rituals and repetitive acts like dancing.
Repetitive acts like dancing. What the fuck was this? That's how you get people in the cult. You're like, hey, you guys like dancing? You guys like the movie Footloose? Come join my cult. We're all about Footloose. That's all we fucking do over here. Our feet are very loose.
And chanting.
Stand bound down. Stand bound down. Stand bound down. Stand bound down.
Is he saying stand dropped out or stand up loud?
Stand bound down. Stand bound down. Stand bound down.
Ah, stamp out out. I heard stand up loud, stand up loud, stand up loud.
Practice prolonged hours of meditation. In these trance states, they are more receptive and suggestible. Revert them back to childhood dependence and mindless obedience.
That motherfucker had a pacifier in her mouth. She had a fucking pacifier in her mouth. No, revert back to this has to be fake.
Your friends and family probably won't understand.
It doesn't sound like your family and friends really love you if they can't support your new decision.
Maybe you should stay away from them. It's unhealthy for you to be around unenlightened people anyway.
If you can't recruit your friends, cut off from them.
That's true. If you ask them first, you're like, yo, you got any buddies that would like to join this shit? And they're like, nah, my friends aren't into cool shit like this. And you go, well, like, get them out of your life. We don't need them here, brother. You turn into Hulk Hogan sometimes.
Encourage dependency and conformity, and discourage autonomy and individuality.
Whenever they're gonna be around you, you like get drugs in the air, you know? So that every time they're around you, they just feel like they're high, you know?
The whole purpose must be the focus. The self-purpose must be subordinated.
The whole purpose must be the focus. The self-purpose must be subordinated.
Now, I know you may be thinking throughout all this. You know, I have good ideas of getting people into the cult, and or keeping them around with drugs and excluding them and all this stuff. But what's the purpose of the cult? What would be the reason that people join, and like in the first place before they get trapped and stuck into it? I don't know. I haven't thought that far yet. Honestly, I have no clue.
Have confessionals where people demonize their early lives and only praise their life in the group.
I fucking like that right there. You know, I have like our little church thing. They come in there, they sit in a booth and they talk to you. This looks like they're sucking your dick. They sit in a booth and they chit chat with you, but then you're on the other end listening, brother. And you fucking hear it all and you write that shit. Or I guess you probably have someone type it up. You have information on everybody.
Rewrite the past as terrible, even if it was great.
And like I said, like we're building North Korea, kinda. Rewrite the past. Be like, hey, did you know that there used to be unicorns and mermaids that lived across the land, but I slayed them all because they were bad for us. And that's the reality, dog.
Isolate them from the rest of the world.
That's true. As soon as you join, you're because I'm just assuming I have North Korea. I took over North Korea. No, I don't want to say that. I have my own country kind of thing or area. So once you get into town, you know, you get a little house. That's part of the thing. Oh, I get to live here. It's a community. I get a home. Yeah, you get a little house. But you're not allowed to speak to anybody for 2 weeks. Isolating in the house is mandatory for you to fit in the area. But you still have chores. You got to do like gardening and shit like that. Will give you. Actually, no. Scratch that. Reverse it. Put the thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's your primitive plan yet. You can only speak to your community, like your neighbors, and we have a couple little neighbor groups all around. And what they don't know is they're all new. When you're with a group of people, you know, we tell them to not say that you're new, but really, everyone there is brand new, and they're all pretending to fit in, and that goes into them acting into, you know, they get into acting. Also, like I said, these suits are cool, but possibly at one point we will rebrand, and we'll have the Dude, Where's My Car Zoltan outfits, because that's fucking dope.
Zoltan! Zoltan!
Tighten your group's bond by establishing scapegoats and enemies.
Ooh, we gotta have enemies. I guess anybody outside of us is our enemy, and I will teach that. They have weird tails, and once you befriend them, those tails will come out and bite in your throat. So you gotta be careful, dog.
Fighting resistance. Tell them their critical thoughts are evidence that they have committed crimes against the group.
Just to anytime they just start thinking about fucking crossing me or something, they might start getting a little itch in their ass, and that's because we have itching powder that we can put in their underwear. But they start getting itchy, and we tell them that's their tail growing because they're going against me. Fucking got this shit. I need to make a cult, dog.
I think I want to leave.
You must be insane.
Make them feel guilty.
Yeah, I'll make them feel guilty about having a fucking tail. That's what I'll make them feel guilty of, goddammit.
You expect saving the world is easy?
We're all called upon to make some sacrifices for...
Oh, yeah, and eventually, a couple years in, I'll take them on an adventure, because I'll get bored, too, you know. I'll want to go on an adventure, and we'll have to orchestrate the thing so we're always isolated while we're doing it, but make them think we just saved the entire world going on some adventure. Like a field trip to the Grand Canyon or something, and we'll set something up there and we have to fix it. I would also hope that this just evolves and evolves and evolves like Planet of the Apes and shit, to where I'm dead and long gone and kind of forgotten. Like I'm called the Ancient One or something, and people keep this going for fucking like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. That'd be my goal. If I ever had something like that, that would be the ultimate goal, is for me to be forgotten and just called the Ancient One, and then like each time someone takes over, they make up their own lies too and change shit and rewrite what happened. That'd be my goal. Like, I would have to bring someone in the room. I'm like 80 years old. I'm like, hey, come in here. Come in here. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. The whole thing's fake. Made it all up. I was actually doing a YouTube video and it worked out pretty well. And I made a call. You guys could have looked, if you guys got out of here, you could have looked that up. Why did I get into this accent? Do you think you could take over for me? And you could just change it however you want. Right now, I'd be talking to like my nephew or something, or like my son. It wouldn't just be, it could be a random Joe Schmo if I had a friend. And he'd be over here, he'd go, golly gee, Gramps, or Uncle, or whoever I'm talking to. I'm not really sure who I'm talking to. And I would love to take over that. I don't know why you made me a child in this. That doesn't really make a whole lot of sense, but a child running a cult's kind of cool. And then he takes over, and then he just starts spreading his own lies.
There must be something wrong with you.
There must be something wrong with you.
There must be something wrong with you.
There must be something wrong with me. There must be something wrong with me.
Yes, there is.
I just want that clip out of context. There must be something wrong with me. There must be something wrong with me. And it just cuts to the girl. Yeah, there is. Fucking Jesus Christ, Bob. Don't even get me started on you, Bob.
Indoctrinate with fear. Tell them that they could be possessed by evil spirits, or suggest that if they should ever leave, something bad could happen to them.
Now, taking what they just said here, spinning it, we pull pranks on them sometimes that only we know are pranks, where we like start random fires or something, or explosions happen, and something if we could find out a way to do something like lightning would be cool. Make them say like Afro's mad at us because you guys didn't treat me well enough this month or something. Like if they're mean to me or something, they start bullying me or something, they don't like my Instagram pictures enough or something like that. Lightning those bitches.
It's that simple. Now, don't you want to become a cult leader? Don't you want devoted followers who leave their families for you? give their money to you, give their bodies to you, give up their lives.
Whoa, I didn't say anything about that. I don't want them to kill themselves for me. That's a bit much, okay? Maybe if I ask you, kill someone else, but yourself, just leave the call. Just tell, if you're suicidal, just tell me. We'll have a personal talk. I'll get you out of the cult. I'll get you out and get you help. I'll get you help.
And will kill for you?
I will die for the cause.
Like I said, you don't need to die for the cause. You can kill for the cause, you don't need to die for it. I mean, someone will die for it, I guess, ultimately, but you don't need to die yourself.
I will kill for the cause. I love you.
I don't think I could show that part, but he killed the girl. I'm not gonna show it because blood will be going everywhere, but you know, and he put a gun to her head. I don't think YouTube will like that. Probably won't even let me make it a cult, but they're not gonna like that even more. So I'm just rambling at this point, but I'm not putting that in. If you want to watch the video, you can go ahead. You can find him killing her if you want to see it that bad. Jesus Christ, go ahead and just watch it. Okay, Jesus. I'm just going through the comments to try to see if anybody can explain where this came from. I can't find it, but I like this comment right here from this chick. She said, "I'm starting a cult at my school for a project. This video really helped. I don't know what kind of school this girl goes to, but I never got to make a cult at school, and I'm pretty jelly about that, to be honest. Pretty jelly." Well, ladies and gentle dudes, that's gonna be it. We created a cult called Wata, whacking off to Afro, or Aphrodite, if you're not friends with him. I'm buddies with him, so I can call him Afro. Sometimes I call him Afro so much, I kind of forget how to pronounce Aphrodite, however it is. I forget, because I just call him Afro. But yeah, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all on the flippity flop, my little dingleberries.